Your love's the anchor of my soul. How y'all doing? Come on up in here and say hi. Where my Care Bears at? Hey, sweet Holy Ginger. How you doing? Come on up in here for a little bit. Can we talk tonight? It's Talk to Tasha, but I'm going to listen to you. Your glow is radiant inside and out. Thank you for helping those we need the most. Amazing. Amen. God is good. Listen to this. Girl, this commercial thing. Where you from, sweetheart? God bless you. So we're going to talk tonight real quick. Let me put a one in the comments if this is your first time to the Escape Lounge. We escaping from the madness, and we do self-care, internal and external. I attract what I call Care Bears, people who serve, whether you're a social worker, the favorite auntie, therapist, teacher, you are in the service-based call on your life. That's who I attract. And we build wealth and wellness in tandem. Because some of y'all is really spreading yourself thin. So tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about a lot of y'all saying y'all tired. Y'all know child welfare social workers. Where my social workers at? Where my other Care Bears at? You may not work in the system, but you work in your family, right? Everybody come to you. We got to build that boundary muscle. We got to show people how to fish for themselves. So a lot of you guys, including myself, I've been on the journey, right? We just chopping it up. Some of y'all not tired. You discouraged. There's a difference, right? And tonight, we not staying down, ladies. We bouncing back up. Put in the comments something you need to bounce back up from. Have you taken a hit in your business, your mental, right? Relationships, money, ministry. If that's you, you need to bounce back. This live stream is for you. Drop a whole fire sign in the comments if you feel like, and we're going to talk about some of these signs. Because some of y'all think you crazy. Girl, you ain't crazy. Let me get my glasses on. Hold on. You're not crazy. You just need to do some resets, sit your butt down somewhere and call it the day. Okay? You're not tired. You just discouraged. Your system is just doing too much. Hold on. Let me check on the people on YouTube. Y'all over here? Okay, good. Y'all settled? I have to get my bifocals out. T ain't going to be up late because it's 9:30 California time. Let me turn this music down. Yes, I'm a Jones. We talk loud. I can't tell y'all what's going on the local news. It's too much going on. That's why I put up a post. I don't know if y'all got the post yet, but like I say, we got to be honest with each other. You got to let people know, sis, I can't take in all the news clip, the deaths, all of the stuff going on at one time. I'm going to drive myself bonkers. I know y'all know some of y'all not doing this on purpose. I know for Facebook, it'll end up creating an event and inviting everybody automatic. So I'm not saying you're doing it intentional. Some of y'all are creating stuff. You're not led to it. You just doing team too much. That's why I'm telling people that I know, like Liz, stall me out. I still ain't caught up with the real solid friends that I got from 2025, 2026. I'm not interested in meeting more people that's just doing movement. I'm not starving like Marvin for that. I don't crave connection like that. I honor depth of a relationship. Over with. Hold on. Coco, come here. What you done drop? I hear you just because I'm on this live stream. You don't go over there and cut up. What you over there doing? Come here. Coco. What you over there doing? Come here. Let's show the people how they need to vote to have dogs on our income tax. What legacy financial act? Figure it out at the IRS where we can put these booger bears on our income tax. What you say, sis? Oh, you still about the glow? Thank you, sweetheart. This ain't even no filter, okay? The glow. It's something about when God just drops some things off of us, right? Praise the name of Jesus. We don't look like what we've been through. Let me go back over here because she went over there, y'all, and call herself jumping on. That's just like kids, ain't it? She figured mama preoccupied. So I'm going to come over here and just jump on stuff. Okay. What you say, friend? Debo Cash. Okay, y'all good over there? What is that? GHTS. You a social worker? Shout out to all y'all social workers. There's a lot of people that enjoy doing what they do. And then there's quite a few that just burnt out, tapped out, and they don't know which way to go. So wherever you landed at, God bless you and welcome for a few minutes. So we're talking about 5 signs that we need to bounce back. 5 signs we need to bounce back. Go ahead and listen to what I'm saying, and you can go ahead and engage in them comments. Right? We're not going to be on late. We just kind of checking in with each other. I said I was going to do Tuesday. Hey, Food Travel, how you doing, sweetheart? Are you in Minnesota? Indiana? I can't remember where you from. Let me know where you from. I forgot where you from. I was going to ask you how your food truck doing. I think you got a food truck, right? I'm going to wait for your comments because I remember your name. You've been in the Care Bear Squad for a little bit. Let me know how things is going over there in your food truck. So a lot of people not tired, we're just discouraged, okay? So if you feel like you moving, but you're just not excited, put a 1 in the comment. You feel like you moving, but you're just not excited, put a 1 in the comment. You're moving, but you're not excited anymore, put a 1 in the comment. Do you feel like you just going through the motions? You're doing the motions, but you're not lightweight showing up. You don't have no spark no more. Is that one of you guys? Can y'all relate to that? Y'all, we ignoring the signs, y'all. We still trying to operate at 1,000%, and the body ain't signed up. Hey, Michelle, in Monterey, how you doing? Can you hear me okay? I want to see you in the school, in the academy. We waiting on you, Michelle. We wait. Somebody say we waiting on Michelle Harris. Dr. Michelle Harris is in the room. So let me know, Michelle, if you can relate. We're talking about 5 signs that you need to bounce back after life setbacks. One of the signs is, do you feel like you're moving, but you're just not excited right now? Do you feel like you're showing up, but there's like no fire? It's like dreadful. It's hard to do little things. If that's you, put a 1 in the comment. Because some of y'all over here calling yourself lazy the whole time, you got some emotional bruising going on. Especially for empathic people, Care Bears. There's some emotional bruising because you love deep and hard and fast sometimes for people, whether you know them or not. And you see what's going on in our country right now. And so you're feeling it. It's impacting your sleep. You wish you can just solve world issues, but you don't have the ability to do that. So you take it on. So make sure you're not taking on more than you're supposed to. Number 2, you keep replaying what went wrong. These are signs we need to bounce back. If you're still sitting in yesterday, somebody did something wrong to you, your business didn't do well, right? You feel like you missed the interview, or opportunity, or moment. You missed things that you thought it should have been at this age in your life. You missed out and misunderstood what somebody said. These are all things that we replay in our head that went wrong. This is a sign we got to bounce back. If your brain, sister, keep looping, that means you haven't passed the test. You parked right there. I've been on that journey too. What's up, math tutor? If your brain is still looping and looping and looping and looping and replaying the tape on the situation, then it haven't processed all the way through. It's parked right there. And that's the part that keep you up at night. That's the part that keep you doubting. That's the part that keep you. Remember the other night we was talking about unstable network. When our cell phones say unstable network, a lot of us move around until we get coverage. But in the spirit, we can have an unstable spiritual network and we still stay parked under circumstances and situations as if we don't have the ability to move. Even if it's moving our mouth and speaking authority over a situation that's not going too well right now. And you keep replaying it. You keep saying, I'm a single parent, as if that's a whole disease. You didn't get this far on your own. All right? The Lord been carrying you. Okay? Do you feel, this is a real big one that's been coming up in our carriers. I'm checking on y'all over there. You can hear me? The spark is gone. Sister Michelle down in Monterey, California is engaging. Somebody say, hey, Michelle Harris, the one and only social worker. She said, yes, spark is gone. This is a big one, Sister Michelle, that comes up. Number 3. Tap the screen, TikTok, or they're going to say we're not playing by the rules and they're going to shut us down. Tap the screen, please. Number 3, do you get distracted by your haters or their opinions more than moving forward in what God is telling you to do? You hyper-focused and distracted on haters. Some people have imaginary haters. They have to create the illusion in their head that somebody hating on them the whole time. Somebody laid up under the cover trying to make it through themselves. And some of you guys legit have haters. But you shouldn't be pressing pause to entertain the thought of a hater. They don't even have the same mindset. And if you sit and entertain that, what does that speak about where you at on the journey? You won't be able to sustain the journey because you're too busy taking potty breaks and smelling the next person caca. You too mature for that. And this is real big for some of y'all. You know, I don't know y'all like that, but this is a thing. People sit up and look around and see who unfollowed them, who followed. They like have mastered tracking down a hater. So we shouldn't be putting this level of investment into people. If you really legit believe this person or these individuals hating on you, you should not be putting that much energy in research, checking on, checking under, being distracted by who unfollowed you, who didn't clap, who didn't show up, who didn't support. We got to be clear about what support even look like in this hour. Baby, that means your focus has drifted for real. If it's all like what we just talked about, that means, baby girl and brothers up in here, that focus have shifted and drifted. Will it back in. When you are aligned, just like we talked about that will alignment on that car to carry us to our destiny, noise began to be small. The noise of the drama, the haters, or whatever it is that you got going on ends up drowning out. If it's really on volume 10, that means you operating from an empty cup. That means you have so invested in people hating on you that you will lose yourself trying to prove that they're lying. This is why a lot of y'all still be connected to people that really, you know, they don't like you. But for some reason, you can't get yourself to block them or unfollow them or whatever it is y'all do on social media. Because some part of you believe you got to prove to this person, your old boss, your ex, somebody that you don't get along with from whatever reason, right? You want to prove to them. And really the most productive person with the habit of getting things done, they really not online like 24/7 like that. They AI or whatever they scheduling thing might be doing it, but they really not saturated on whether or not I perform to please you. Because if the hater really hates you like you saying, and we know that they do exist, What do you have to prove to somebody that don't have a vested interest in caring about you? Think about it. If they made up in their mind for whatever reason, whatever illusion, perception, whatever juice of haterism that they have down in their soul about you, and they have made a vested interest not to like you, you mean to tell me you gonna pause and investigate, look, research, and try to explain and get down to the why? You trying to understand and get an understanding from a fool that don't want understanding? Is that what you're going to reduce your life to? That means, baby girl, it's time for you to bounce back, because that is a setback. You're focused too much on the wrong things, and we're not going out like that at all. When you start getting aligned and say, you know what, I'm going to move out the way for 90 days. I'm finna invest in myself. I'm finna let Tasha get in my business so I can handle this good business real quick and get my mind together, get my focus back, get my smile back, get my joy and peace back. I'm not finna try to get that from another man and date and thinking he can give it to me when I can't even give it to myself. How I'm gonna expect somebody else to be attracted to that? They're gonna be attracted to the broken part of you if that's the part of you that's loud. Because we truly are a part of what we attract. Y'all know little babies be crying. And your grandma, you was right, like that spirit bad, them kids is hollering. And then one baby will come to you, your spirit just is calm. Or randomly you out at the car wash or at the gas station or Costco, Sam's Club, you get these, what you call random people coming up to you, just chopping it up with you on the street. Because your spirit, you have a calming spirit, even if you're trying to make arrangements on your light bill right now. The Spirit of God is on you. Don't ever doubt that. So when you get aligned and walk in that level of worthiness, the noise of what somebody say goes down. Even if somebody closest to you in your family, your ex, your parent, your sibling, right? You ain't gonna get on this mindset that I'm gonna work myself to the bone because I want to prove to them that I'm this and that and that and this. That's taking a lot of people out. Some of us need that open heart surgery and unclog the part of us that believe we got to be on this cycle of trying to prove ourselves to people. And it comes up for a lot of us. It's nothing to be ashamed about, but it's really, really the framework where you can start diving into your inner self as a form of self-care, as we're discovering, well, why do I react this way? Why does this hit me in the spot? I had a meeting with a young lady and we were just chopping it up. And I was like, wow, some moments was coming up like, oh, okay, this is where this is coming from. Right? You got to be in that season where you don't have to be out here with all the movement. Take yourself out to dinner. Go sit at the park if it ain't too cold. But you don't have nothing to prove. Hey, LaBelle, you have nothing to prove to nobody. Like, you got to take that in. Can't nobody take that in for you. You can read a book, go to a conference, all you want. The pages in that word is not going to come alive until you walk that thing out. One baby step at a time. So when you align, doing what you're supposed to be doing, you get joy about it. It don't feel like work. You're starting to attract better friends. Some of y'all need new friends. And don't be quick to call people your friends. They ain't qualified until they got skin in the game. The soon as you disagree with somebody, how they cook their cornbread, for example, or you got worldview issues about politics, then they cut up, fuss, and fight and running you down. They ain't been on the journey with you long enough for you to call them a friend. Reevaluate how your attachments are set up. The minute somebody say you good and cool and you talk well and that is something that's feeding them. But the true part of you that disagree with them, how you comb your hair, how you parent your kids, how you date or whatever, it don't align and y'all fall out, that lets you know. I'm only as good enough for you until I agree with everything you do. Tell me a person that you know in your life right now that y'all agree on every aspect of life, down to cooking your cornbread, down to your worldviews about immigration, down to whether or not Nancy, what's her name, Nancy Guthrie. Did they find that woman, friend? Did they find out what happened? Is she still missing? That's sad. That I don't know what I don't care what y'all say. That's an inside job. That's an inside job. All day long. I hope it's not, but that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like that's an inside job. Tap the screen so we can keep it live. All right, we're doing really good on time. Our number 4, we're talking about signs that it's time for you to bounce back. Care Bears, we need to bounce back after life. Hey, April Love, it's time to bounce back after life setbacks. And we all need that support, because leaving it up to ourselves, Sister April, we need that accountability and support. Like April, you might be having a good day, right? April might be like, you know what, Tasha, you ain't going out like that. Come on, you got through this before. Sis, go enroll in a extra class, or go see your doctor, or go do this and that, right? The accountability got to be strong, right? Because you care about that individual. Anything this world is rushing to, we ain't taking nothing to the grave anyway. Your peace of mind can't, like friend just said, your peace is not for sale. We just said on the phone, you will not. Somebody say, I will not be drafted into the war of other people moving forward. Hey, Blackfoot, I will not be drafted, amen, in the war of other people. How do I get drafted? You making yourself accessible to the storytelling of the brokenness like a whole Lifetime movie network? You making yourself available to non-essential things? You African American and you a part of history, and your part of history is claiming that Black folks don't support Black folks, like as if you know every Black folk, right? You minimizing the attack on our babies based on who can sing good, and they hold pedos, reducing people down to lesser charges based on them entertaining you. So you still funding that level of hatred towards kids? Okay. So it's about you at this point. This is why some of our generations don't know about that boycott. Because as long as the store close to my house and it's convenient for me, I don't care if they spit on me. I don't care if they walk around and make it like me and my kids finna steal out their store. At least the store is convenient for me. That's how some people was raised. I didn't say all people, because I don't know all people. It's been my experience that some people, in my experience, you see how we dropped that? And if sis didn't understood what I said, she'll run that back, Tosh. I'm kind of like froggy in my brain today. I want to make sure I kind of ran that right, because running it through this crazy pipe over here, I might be in my feelings and my emotion. Get me together. Trust each other enough that we get understanding. And all thy ways, what? Get an understanding. Because a fool don't want to be understood. A fool want to make noise and distract. Fools is the ones that's in these comments all day and all night trying to distract people because they have no entire life. They have access to life, but they sleep with their eyes wide open. I don't even think, we ain't going to get them that one, April. I don't even think they sleep. That's part of the problem. Because have y'all noticed how consistent a fool is? A troll is what y'all calling them? What if they took their follow-through game of bullying people online and really get in full alignment of what God has really predestined for them? With the same follow-through that they have on this side, and really use that. Because y'all talk about the unhoused and all that, they begging. What y'all know about those folks? They're consistent. They hear 50 no's, April, in the day before they get a yes sometimes. Don't look like they taking a lick at all. I'm going to get a yes eventually. The weather can be what it is. Whether they feed the addiction or not, that ain't the point. The point is we can't even get one no in a warm room with our feet crossed. I can't watch your kids this week. I can't braid your hair this week. I can't do the report for you while you over here in the office visiting everybody, getting 3, 4, 5, 6 cup of coffees all day. You want me to do your stuff. This is signs, Sister Miss Crystal Clear, that we're going to bounce back after what? Life setbacks. We're not going to be distracted by haters or their opinions. They exist. Go read the word. It preps us for it. It prepares us how to deal with a hater. Starve them out. Give them zero attention. You're not doing anything performative to prove anything. You will be totally out of alignment. Checking our motives, because I had to check my motives. Says I wanted somebody bad, like I wanted them bad, like so bad that my little chocolate skin was burning over here. And I had some convictions about it. And I had to honor where I was. I didn't deny myself the feeling because the feeling was already that. But my blessing, my peace of mind, my breakthrough is held up because what was stored up in my heart. So I have to go through open heart surgery just like the next. We all on this journey together. You get what I'm saying? So less about them. These new phones, even mama got a new phone. That thing do 10,000 more things in our phone. Some of these phones got built-in filters in them. You ain't even asked for a filter. They trying to like put a stain on your brain to make you believe that that nose is narrowed down. And I say, mama, this thing got a thing. She said, I don't know. This phone came with this stuff. So the little thing is filtering up your picture and your camera roll on its own. So they making more and more devices to try to attempt to remind you that you're not adequate. And then after a while, you're like, ooh, I do look good with hazel eyes. Now, this is all good and fun if you cool in a good space. Don't get me wrong, because we ain't trying to be too deep that we know earthly good. But to a person that's already laid up doubting themselves, already chopping and blocking their body off with the easy installment plans, that can be deadly. That can be deadly. And this is what we're talking about as a mental health care crisis and an identity crisis in our country. Because if it impacts your niece, nephew, your kids, or somebody next door to you, and your address is cool, we're going to be outnumbered anyway. When it comes to that, if we're not praying and recognizing our role within ourselves at our address and in our community, we're not responsible and that powerful to make people do what they got to do. We working out our own soul salvation up over here, which is a full-time job. But you can invite and sow seed. We are to sow seed. I see you, April, for who you are, not for what you do. I see you, Miss Crystal Clear, not as the teacher in the classroom and the mother to that handsome boy over there. I see you, Crystal Clear. Hey, how you doing? How are you doing on the soul level? I didn't say how your son doing, how the kids in your classroom doing, how your job going. Those are things you do and roles that you have been entrusted with. That's not the sum total of who you are. When that baby go off and do his life, and your whole identity wrapped on being just his mom or just a school teacher, when you get moved or retired, now your whole identity is based on what you do. Now what do? I've been his teacher and his mama all his life. You're chosen. You're a servant in any capacity, in any way. It just happened to be a teacher. You teaching them parents as well, right? That is a gift. That's why you can deal with kids that get labels and advocate for them with such passion, because that is what you've been entrusted with to do. All right, Coco done jumped down, y'all. Okay, where we at? We only wanted to do like 30 minutes. Let's see where we at on our time. Okay, we at 30. Okay, she can hear us. All right. So number 4, we only got 2 more. Y'all with me? Number 4. These are signs that we need to bounce back after a life setback. We taking self-inventory because ain't nobody fixing nobody. We're not that powerful. That's God's job, right? So we going within ourselves and being honest. Hey, Drew, we being honest with ourselves, right? So you talking to yourself and you saying, Lord, show me areas of my life that I need to bounce back. If I'm not feeling it, show me. What is it? I'm standing in the need of prayer. This ain't me. I want to get back to the part of me that you have said and set before me. Not what's going on around me with all of this stuff going on in the world. I want to get back. I have a desire in my heart. That's different. Some of y'all social workers, you with cases where they court ordered. They're being forced to. They have no buy-in because they're not at the place in their season for change or something better. That's their norm. They want to stay stuck. So you burnt out trying to lay a case plan out for somebody that don't want it. And that can be very draining and taxing. But you got to know what you are there for. They have to make the decision, whether they walk in it, crawl in it, run from it, deny you, crawl. They don't deny you. They deny their healing, their sobriety, their reconnect back to the family, whatever capacity that you're serving in as a social worker or soul worker. Bounce back sign number 4. If you are in the space of over-explaining yourself, you over-explain yourself on everything, every decision, every move. I'm doing this for that. I'm doing this for this. Over-explaining online, offline. When you're bouncing back, you don't owe explanation. You owe obedience to your next step. That's 2 different conversations. So moving forward, being aware. Wait a minute. I do over-explain myself because I'm assuming some other little spiral is going in the other person's head. That means you're doing team too much with the brain. And we said on number 3, run it back because that focus done drifted. That's all it means. Doing checks and balances with ourselves. And when you ain't feeling it for yourself, you get your accountability partner that's going to tell you the absolute truth. Not in their flesh, not what they read on the horoscope, not what they seen on they say the people called off for Cardi B. I told y'all business owners, you think nobody have money. I'm scared to put the price tag out there. It's Black History Month. You got a small business at home. You sitting up thinking and hoping somebody knock on the door and knock on your website and your link tree and they just gonna invest. And you sitting up here closing your mouth about it. Meanwhile, they done called and told me folks done called off to go see Cardi B. Paid full price. So folks have resources. You are a resource to people. But they just don't know what you got going on because you over there on mute. You're not sharing. We have to get out of the business of sharing everything that's so heavy and start moving that to the side for just a moment. My goodness. And just the rest of this week, start sharing God's goodness. Start sharing what you're super good at. Start sharing that service or that product you have for sale that's going to change somebody's life. Hey, Arthur. Practice that. Build that muscle inside of you. Because we're not going to be over-explaining ourselves. I feel like I'm posting too much about this. It's like braggadocious. No, you need to get your mind transformed. If you was blessed with a gift and a talent and a skill that can be of service to someone, yet you still every day leaving work or wherever you at, spending to somebody else's economy, but the gift he has bestowed upon you, you over here, I'm not going to post it today. I'm going to wait 2 or 3 days later. Y'all already know people need to see stuff 7 or 8, 9, 10 times before they make a decision. You already know the last report was billions of people log online monthly. How they gonna see your stuff drowning? So if you if you hide online, 9 times out of 10 you hide in real life. Because how you show it, well, you do have some people that's on that fakery, right? Online. Well, then it's true. 9 times out of 10, you trying to uphold that same image. Remember, Halloween, they say, was in October. But some people, Halloween is every day. Because the mask is what they believe is protecting the truth of who they are. You're not in charge of people's perceptions. People put you in the whole category that you're not supposed to do all of these things. And you're a whole human being like them. You, number 3, are not distracted by the opinions of other people. Can we agree on that, Care Bears? Can we agree that we are not going to waste our brain power and amazingness that you are moving forward? We don't move back. Sometimes we got to take 2 steps back to peek into yesterday, what he brought me out of. That's the only thing. For some of us that get discouraged, we get discouraged on the journey. And we don't lie to kick it, right? We don't have to lie to kick it. This is what it is. I'm feeling, I feel like I feel like doing a little something that this app won't let me say to somebody, for example. But thank God for his mercy and grace and the temperament. And you saying, you know what? The bigger picture is I have too much to lose to sell my soul out to some foolishness. That's what the Holy Spirit would do. Make you bust a whole U-turn in the situation. So for y'all that's over explaining yourself and wonder why you're exhausted, cut that mess out. And make a plan on how you're going to cut back doing that. You might not go from over explaining to zero over explaining. Sit in awareness more. Take your time. Somebody send you a text to invite you to something, you can't make it. Analyze what your thoughts are before you tell. Well, let me tell them the reason why I can't go. Because see, Lil James got a game at this time. And Mo and them going over here to the talent show. And then they say we giving out candy and food boxes at the church because it's the church Sunday. Ain't nobody asked you all that. That's your mind drama playing tricks on you because it's hard for you to honor the yes. The yes to the things of me, which means I no longer overextend myself to prove that I'm faithful, to prove that I'm the good friend, to prove that I'm the favorite auntie, to prove that I'm this loving, connected parent or grandparent. You cannot put yourself in a position of performance-based praise. You can't be all at the different spots to get checked off on the box that you're supportive. Moving forward. We started at the top. Some of us are not tired. You discouraged because you don't know. You know, sometimes you do know, but you won't walk it out. But some people don't know. You have a right to make new decisions when you have new information about what's going on with you. Some of y'all got too many friends that spend all day and all night. They call you every time it's time to spend something. And you over here believing God for more. You can't afford to keep going out to eat every night. You just can't. And let's be honest. I'm a snack attacker. Even if the friends say, girl, I'm going to treat you. It's more than the meal that you're going to, sweetheart. Your piece is not for sale. We established that a couple of nights ago as we keep repeating, rinse and repeating. If you got to go for a free meal and compromise your peace because you got to hear hours and hours of heaviness and you put your own kids on timeout from heaviness for your own mental well-being and you're going to take it for a hot plate at Ruth Chris, are you going to sell your soul out to that for a meal? Oh, no, baby, your peace is truly not for sale. If God is disciplining you to honor the yes that he put down inside of you, or however you reframe it, I'm honoring my no, or I'm standing in my yes, however you slice it up. But you go pull and give access to the noise over here for a hot meal called happy hour Ain't nothing happy about it, Miss Crystal Clear. Be sad as a mug. Have you noticed it? Baby, I don't want it. I know I'm a snack attacker, but I'm snacking different now. I'm snacking on this good wisdom. Okay, and I know this is a setup. You see? And that's why it's important to have mutually supportive friends. They pour into you, you pour into them. Sometimes you listening to them and they listening to you. Sometimes y'all giggling and two-stepping. Sometimes you crying. Some of y'all way too deep. Shake it off. You ain't got to be deep. You got to be you, the part of you that God created. He know that he made you in his image. Just because the next person uptight don't mean that that's assigned to you. Be careful of these spirits that make you believe you got to operate like them. And you doubt yourself and diminish who you are. I was going to say that at the meeting, but nah, I'm going to just write it out. And the Holy Spirit said, Crystal, release it. Doesn't mean you're being disrespectful. Doesn't mean any of those things. It just means he's turning the volume up, right? The right volume. Remember, we turned the other volume down for noise. He's turning that discernment volume up, and it's going to be peaceful. I don't know if I'm going to say this is the right kind of people, because, these peoples is high up. There ain't nobody higher than God, sweetheart. You there because you're supposed to be there. Quit complicating this. Quit watering down your gift. Because a part of history that we keep telling ourselves and our family, everybody drunks, everybody alcoholics, everybody this, everybody that. Have you sit down with the history of your family to get the other side of the story? Because people don't just come out the womb wanting to drink. I mean, yes, there's fetal alcohol syndrome, don't get me wrong, but don't miss the point. You would be amazed. I'm not minimizing what's going on, but I'm also saying at least look at the full picture of the situation. There's some amazingness in your DNA. Just like you and I, we got some little pockets that we done cut up real bad that only you and God know about if we could be real about it. But do that mean your whole life destiny is written off based on the mistakes you made? No. In fact, that is a part of the destiny and the way you serve right now at that school, at that social service building, in the ministry that you ain't started yet. Because you're looking for a blueprint that you're supposed to write. Hello, lights. Where we at on number 4? Let me check on my YouTubers. We back over there. Okay, we only got a few more minutes. Our last one, and I'm going to do a quick recap. The last one, y'all ready? Tap the screen to keep it live. Girl, we be just stepping on each other's toes, don't we, Crystal Clear? Crystal Clear said we stepping on toes tonight. And that's sometimes we need that, Step on my toe if that's what it's going to take for me to move, and quit playing down what I'm supposed to be doing, then so be it. Because some of us don't move until we feel pain, right? I know that's me. I'm like, oh, Lord, I know I'm supposed to, but tell me again in my good ear. Yet when I need, it's just this. We can laugh to keep from crying. Okay, no judgment. We just chopping it up. So our last one, Sister Crystal. Signs that we need to bounce back, like for real. When life gives us setbacks, number 5, you feel called. There you go, Crystal. You feel called, but you hesitate. You know there's more, Sister Crystal, but you're scared to try again. That's not weakness. That's trauma from the last fall. Y'all know Valentine's Day is $1 billion industry. We just got through that, right? Some of y'all need to give love a try again. You block love out based on the last fall, right? You looking for it to fall apart. You prematurely sharing your dating experience with a person that's not even worthy to get it. The friend you think a friend is really not a friend, love. That hater we talked about on number 3, lightweight hoping it don't work out, because they lightweight wondering How could this big bone woman like you or me or whatever in this example pull something like that? Like, really? That's what's going on. And you over here thinking, okay, how's somebody gonna hate on me? I'm over here with my light bill due. I'm parking my car at my sister's house to dodge that. Sally Mae on. You making all of these internal voices when you were chosen. You were chosen in that situation. So if you know you feel called, but you hesitant, you know there's more. That's like a constipation turd that's just dying to get out, right? That's how nasty it feels when you keep holding it up. But you're scared to try again. You don't want to give love a try again. That's trauma from the last fall. That's not weakness. I'm a just slightly give love a try again. But let's start with loving ourselves more. Getting outside. Everybody in 2026 saying they outside. Experience new things. You never went to a painting event? Go online and find a painting event. You got to be in new spaces in this season. The same dry, stale conversation breeds stale conversation, stale people. And you constantly trying to be a flashlight in that environment, it could be draining. How you gonna be like stuck up, cramped up in the house, work, back home, vicious cycle, and just, what are you waiting on? That's not the life designed for you. It's some seasons it could be, but ask the Lord, show me what season I'm in. Because you could be in a season where you need to be hidden. I don't know that. That's between you and God. But I'm talking to that person that's been hidden, hiding, running. You know you called to do more, but you hesitant. You don't want to get love a try again because you're looking up statistics and horoscopes. Right? You're around stale people, stale energy, but you want to attract a king. A king gonna be attracted to you. But how? When you smothered around naysayers. You smothered around people that keep crying about what's going on it's some heavy stuff going on. Don't get me wrong. But if that's all you got in you, then what do you think he rising us up for? Not to contribute to world chaos. He equipped you to be part of the solution in the kingdom. Just in case you didn't know, you didn't get woke and tapped up on the shoulder to sit up and report what old boy is doing. And I'm calling him a boy on purpose because that's what I'm saying. It's giving like toddler. It's giving like baby wipes is needed at this point. And a whole pacifier. So if everybody had a mic to life to rise up to talk about that day in and day out, do you really honestly believe? And you ain't even got to be that spiritually deep to know that. You know, and I know. We know better. That is a spirit of distraction. If I can get so many people distracted to that, they're going to be doing something else. But we don't operate in paranoia. We operate in his promises. That is what got us from there to here in the first place. Let's be very, very clear. We at a time you can be online, sitting in your PJs. The lived experiences that left you hanging in jail, laying up in jail, hanging by the balance in jail, whether physical or mental, and make an impact and income so you can do some things that these kids need in this school, down in social services. But you're mismanaging the gift because you worried about what, oh boy, and I said what I said, is doing. God did not tap us up on the shoulder for that. Your grandmama didn't pour into you, or if you had some aunties like a grandma or whatever, they didn't pour into you about these pains called life for that. This is not new to us. And we got more resources and access. Build a habit that keeps you winning. Build a habit that you put your kids on the summer job before their work permit is required. You getting access and earshot to a lot of people sharing their pain points. Get on the link so I can show you how you're supposed to solve it. You're not getting this stuff by accident. You have the gift of listening. Some of y'all got the gift of organizing and getting people together around a cause. Everybody can't do that. So signs that we need to bounce back, like 911 bounce back after a life setback, is you got to stop hesitating. So let's try our life applications. Let me run this whole review. Number 1, if you're moving but you're not excited. Number 2, you keep replaying what went wrong. Number 3, you're distracted by haters and their opinions, like you lightweight married to it. Like you lightweight spending a full-time life going to look for what the ex or what the mama, sister-in-law, ex, all of that, the extra, you're just doing team too much. You have nothing to prove to them. The minute you break up with that, watch the floodgate open up for you, because your motives is going to be in a good place, all right? So you need to have a whole block party for the people that are not for you, because you're not going to have them having access to you just so they can see your quote unquote come up, because that's coming from a stale place and you bigger than that. People going to run their mouth to the people. If they do or they don't, that's not your work. Number 4, you're going to stop over explaining. If you over explaining, that's number 4. Time to run it back. I need to bounce back after this setback. I'm over explaining. I don't owe nobody this over explaining. My yes is yes and my no is no. I don't assume that people are going to misunderstand me anymore. I assume that I'm connected to mature people. If they want to get an understanding, in all thy way get an understanding. They trust that my spirit is good and non-judgmental, that they can ask me where clarity is needed. But some of us that came from that struggle, you just like you assuming people trying to attack you. You assuming they're trying to disrespect. You operate on edge all the time. The nervous system need a break from all that. No is a complete sentence, it said. So you feel called, but you're hesitant because you think it's supposed to be packaged up in a pretty bow. That was number 5. Now we're going to have some life applications and log off. We're not trying to win big tomorrow. Our bounce back starts small. If you need to send an email, like for me, I can't stand tax time. It's all this paperwork, papers. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. It's not my favorite thing. Shout out to Legacy and Amanda and all of the tax queens. They born for that. But for me, I have to tell myself, if I have to start small, getting one paper, get the receipts out, all of the things I need to do one thing at a time. We're not trying to do big wins. Make a phone call if that's what you got to do to call. Remember, we said we was getting our boobies checked, ladies. Y'all had your mammograms? If you didn't have your mammogram 2026, tomorrow's Friday, make a priority. Do I need to call and get my little pap smear, get my little boobies checked, get myself scheduled? That is one thing, and we're done. If for some of y'all have something, you're finna come out of hiding, okay? You know you have something to offer. The world is drowning right now. You are answer to their prayer. So now you're finna start sharing what you do, helping the families, your small business. Go live for 20 minutes. It don't really need to be live on your face. Let me tell y'all that put these decorated bowls called fear. I'm an introvert. I can't go live. What is your point? You also the same introvert that's making breakthroughs in people's lives and got through some skill training and got through the heaviest things of life. So take that introvert and file it up under the trash. I don't want to hear that. Because you have fear just like we all do. The Lord talks about emotions in the Bible. There's going to be fear, but fear is not going to drive your life. There's a difference. Okay? So some of y'all feel bad because you have feelings. If you read it, and when I'll give y'all a link to the study, the Bible study we have on Monday, you'll start to learn like, oh, it's okay to express yourself. Jesus wept. That's an emotion right there for some of y'all that don't cry, right? So don't overcomplicate things. Apply for one position. For some of you guys that's going up in your careers, right? Apply for that one job this week. You know, before you have company come over, just say, you know what, before my friends come over and kick it and stuff like that, I'm finna apply for this one job, right? Get it out the way. For some of y'all that's understanding that our self-care is internal and external, you're not gonna, y'all remember, y'all helped me with my water challenge, right? I kept saying, I don't like water. I got sick of hearing myself say it myself. And y'all held me accountable. So now when we go on live, what do I say, Math? I'm like, hey, get our water bottles, come on. Right? So now we have to say, I am honoring my health. So if one of our things we're going to do to bounce back, brother Math tutor, after a setback, walk for 10 minutes. Even if it's at work, instead of fighting for that close parking, park a little bit further to get your walk in. Move your joints a little bit. I'm far from a nutritional health person, but I'm just giving you things that I know that work for me. Not having a rush lifestyle. You know, I was rushing. I was getting to my grandbaby's school because I wanted to surprise them for lunch. I was rushing, and my system wasn't used to rushing no more because I drive slow. I tend to talk fast, and I walk slow. I'm the one that you'll be hunking and flipping up because I drive. I think while driving, pray while driving. I'm unbothered. But today I noticed I was getting off because I have trained and conditioned, praise God, my body not to be so overextended that I don't have to have like, oh my God, 10, 30 minutes over here and rush over here and let me go support this over here. No, that's been over. So today I was like, wow. And then y'all know when the gas light come on and you trying to get to the baby school before they school break over. Oh, I had it going on in my nervous system today. You hear me? So what we're going to do is one little thing. Our momentum is what heals, not motivation. The momentum. I was listening to a podcast I'll share with y'all on another day, but I'm really learning about the art of creating new habits and habits. One of the things it was talking about is people believe that other people just discipline. There's a really spin on discipline versus habit forming and how the brain reacts to habit, whether it's working out, whether it's cleaning, whether it's reading your word more. The brain does. We're going to break that one down and I'm going to share it on the email. But habit, creating a habit, a routine. It's not about discipline only. It's more like, I don't want to butcher up what I was learning, but it really makes a lot of sense, creating that habit, right? Some of us, when we had to, you know how they said we had to wear the mask during COVID? Was that the mask? And then you'd be like, dang, I forgot to put my mask on, right? And in some stores or whatever, they're not letting you in. So you start to say, okay, I'm getting redirected. So now I got to remember? So when you get redirected, you're going to start knowing, okay, I got to put this on. So we're going to be working on that. So as we close, we're going to have a few things. We're talking about bouncing back when life hands me setbacks. I'm going to bounce back. Praise God. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to do my part. I'm going to replace why me with what's next. I'm going to replace why me. Why not you? Why not you? What's next? To whom much is given, what much is required. So you know if you have some level of attacks on one way, you've been equipped. School is in session. You're getting those tools sharpened. Setbacks are not our identity. It's information. Have you ever thought you was over a thing? And in that test, Sister Warrior, you start to realize, oh, okay, that hit me different under the belt. I thought I was cool off of that little area right there, right? It's information. There's some things that I can talk about to you now, bring tears to my eyes. And it's frustrations and it's anger, right? So I know God is still working the situation out on my behalf. That's information and awareness. It's not to judge you. It's not to make you feel inadequate. But when you go on a journey of self-discovery, Lord, reveal me to me. The part of me that you seen what you had in mind. It's me and you. Because man will have you gassed up based on what color your lipstick is today, based on how you dyed your hair. The minute you got sweats on and you comfortable because you move around how you move around, oh, that ain't like you. I'm used to you with this lipstick. And that's commercialism. Don't sign up for that. Don't move high or low with it. Respectfully thank, but don't let it move the core value of who you are, because you can get sucked into that. That's what we see online. So we're going to replace why me with what's next. Setbacks are not our identity. They're information. Instead of why did this happen? Ask, what muscle is this building in me? What muscle is this building in me? You are not behind. You're being built. So Sister Tanaya has an amazing workshop. And I want to say an experience. It's a conference, 2 days, Friday and Saturday. Girlfriend's Code. Because she recognized, like we were saying all night, bounce back what we was talking about, afterlife setbacks. You need someone that love on you without conditions, without performance, without titles, without social classism and commas in your income. Somebody that's going to tell you the truth, since you're going to bounce back. If I got to be the bouncing ball or whatever, we've been on Thursdays, but we committing to making that phone call on Friday. Because we're not going to keep spinning into happy hour when it's real, real sad. We already established that we're going to starve the haters by feeding your vision. That's a whole flex right there. Competing with yourself. You're going to starve the haters by feeding your vision. You don't need a crowd. In fact, you move in the crowd for performance and not having people with that level of proximity to you based on how they hurt you, then your next level going to be paused because your motives is not in the right place. Let's just be real clear. Because you can be here today and gone today. You are being used by the Lord in a good, nourishing way. Some people have been you're used to you're conditioned to being used by people. You can't compare man to the Lord at all. That's the problem. So if you sitting up in here arguing with a fool, you're going to stop arguing silently in your head with people who aren't paying your bills. That's just on period. Haters don't need your attention at all. Your purpose does. Because the hater is being used by the enemy to what? Distract you and I. It's none of your business. Oh, well, they said, I know they blocked, but did you hear about stop that carrier of bad news in their tracks too? Them and all the little buddies, the hating crew, we don't feed it. We starve it. They're not even nowhere in proximity of the top floor of the destiny on your life. They are trash. The behavior is trash and anything connected to it is trash. Every minute you focus on them is a minute of stolen from your future. Every minute you focus on a hater is a minute stolen from your future. So you're going to shift your energy. Read the word. We're going to have a word tonight. Read something empowering, right? Read about, listen to the podcast that's filling you up. And get into journaling, brain dump. Like tonight is 10:39. Okay, California time. I know y'all, it's late over there where y'all at, so we finna log off. Give me about 3 or 4 more minutes. Give me four more minutes. You're gonna journal, brain dump at night. What are you grateful for? What worked well? What's some divine connections you met? The man at the parking garage. Amazing smile and just energy. Being present to the experiences that God entrusts you with today, right? There's always some messages all throughout our day that he's speaking to us, good, bad, or indifferent. Speak life over yourself. Lord, I've been discouraged. Lift me up. Lay hands on yourself. What Brother Arthur? We've been praying with Brother Arthur, right? The Care Bears, we pray for one another. But sometimes sis might be asleep. She might be doing something with her kids. You can access God for yourself right where you at in that house, on that couch, in that bed, in that shower, on that toilet, okay? Lay hands on yourself. Encourage yourself in the Lord. He loves you. It don't have to be a perfectly polished way of experiencing your Father. Talk to him. I've been feeling insecure. I done gained some weight. I don't know if I'm lovable. I'm missing certain things in my life. I got competing demands in my headspace, and I don't know which one is a priority. Help me to shut the noise down. Your friends that's not on that journey are on that journey. The ones that's not, you gotta let them know, sis. After 8 o'clock my time, I'm not taking no more calls. I'm not that bored no more. I'd rather for you to be on your favorite podcast or listen to some good gospel music we've been listening to than to listen to her every day. Because y'all know how it is. When we get bored and we don't want to really do stuff we like, we make time for Nene and her story. No disrespect for the Nenes out there. I'm just making up a name. All of a sudden, you so hyper-focused to her drama because it's like, oh, I'd rather listen to Nene than to be listening to be getting these tax papers together, for example. So you're going to speak life over yourself. Give me depth that's in alignment with kingdom living. Not all of this foolishness and noise and if Diddy getting out, if he not getting out, if Trump getting impeached or not. Like getting consumed in that, it robs you of what you're supposed to be prioritizing. Because in the heaviest, stickiest parts of life is when God do his most amazing shifts for carriers, for people who's been secretly serving. You're a secret servant. Hey, Monica, photographer. So revisit your long-term goals before this weekend that God put on your heart when you was a little girl. You don't bounce back, y'all, from fighting people in the natural. We're in spiritual warfare right now. You got to fight this fight of faith and focus forward. Y'all talk about legacy and passing the torch and all of this stuff. Somebody pass you a torch. Don't let it burn your fingers because it's something you're supposed to add to it and be passing to the kids. And that doesn't mean always bailing people out. You got to give them the tools to bail out for themselves.